all these paintings, all these sculptures, for me, and I'm sure I can speak for Mike on this one, is just love, you know, like I love making art. And
20 P's.
Yeah, I got stuck there. So I love making art. I love making art. So if you haven't read my artist statement on these paintings, they're called Electric Wind. A friend of mine came by my house and he coined that because that was the energy that he felt. And where they come from, they're an homage to Jackson Pollock and Ralph Lauren. So I'll just quickly tell you, I was like in the studio teaching myself how to paint, figuring things out, and I wanted to do this homage to Jackson Pollock and like pour paint and do some dripping and pouring and just get into that energy, you know. And to be honest, like one thing didn't work out the way I wanted it to, and I changed it, and when I changed it, it showed me something that I had never expected, and I ran with that. And so that's how the wind is born, you know. It's like you have all the wind. I'll just keep it that. I'll keep it very simple. Like that's the electric wind. It's just these lines. And so when I started to do them, they reminded me of something else, which was like this old Ralph Lauren sweater that we used to wear back in the day. It's called a P-wing. So it was like a cream sweater, right? Just similar, almost similar to what I'm wearing right now. So it'd be like a cream sweater with a P, with a track, with the track foot, and it would be colorful. So it's like you have a cream sweater with this colorful image on the front. But then he had one that we used to call the invisible P-wing. And so it was a cream sweater with a cream P-wing on it. So from far away, you might not know there was a P-wing on it. But from up close, you would. So once I started to make these and I realized like the shapes that I was making, you couldn't really see what they were from far away. I was actually afraid to make these. I was like, these may not work out. You can't see them because I was used to doing something else. Then I started to hide images in them, and it started out with words. So like the first ones didn't really have a specific shape or movement. Then the next ones that I did, I put words in them, and I wanted to put love in the work, so I started to write love. You know, it was like I used the paint like I would use a pen, so I would draw with it also while I was involved with this pouring technique. And then I wanted to start to put these abstract self-portraits in them, which was my signature thing. It's like everyone knows that I do abstract self-portraits, so I just put them in there. So that's how these came about. And then, you know, further down the hall, you notice like another technique, and it's an evolution to a process that, you know, I came on by chance. You know, it's like I had one thing in mind, and God had another thing in mind, which is great because that's how He works, and that's how I got to the point. You know, it's like I didn't plan to paint. He called me. You know, He called me to paint, and so yeah, that's so I got the tap. You saw that?